Okay, so since I get a lot of comments about decriminalization, like holy crap, it's so bad, and it's like, oh no, like what do we do? What do we do? And I also understand if you think of decriminalization as a first step, and maybe later on it become legalizing, and that means that everyone have a like access to these kind of drugs super easily. So it has a potential risk. I get it, but at the same time, decriminalization itself it's actually pretty good. And you can think of it as governments finally being realistic about it. That traditionally we wanted to eliminate all the drugs, but it seems like it's impossible. Come on, depends on a person. There are bad guy, good guys, and some people cannot even help it by themselves. So governments became kind of realistic about it and started to address the issue by saving money and use this money in a better purpose. So it's not that bad as you think. Okay, so I guess you guys are a little bit wondered about how is it actually helping explain us or convince us, and I get it, yeah. But before that, I just wanted to tell you that one of the reasons why I posted this, it's because I find it pretty important for the audience or citizens or reader to understand what the government is trying to tell us. Are they trying to make the city better, or are they trying to make it worse? And if you misunderstood, there are slightly, but there are some kind of potential risks that people will be like, oh, look at BC. They're actually pretty open about like these kind of drugs. They did decriminalize, and you know what? Later on, I feel like it's gonna be like legalized, and if I go there, I can just use it, and they don't really charge me that much money, so I can just do whatever I want, and which is not really cool, because that's not what really government are trying to do. So I'm just gonna quickly explain in another video again. I have to record so much. Okay, finally. Okay, I can explain. So remember, decriminalization, it's about governments being realistic. So how so? So whenever we put people in prison, obviously it costs money to put them in a prison and also feed them and also suit them, right? So which costs a lot of money. So if you think about it, is it really helping? And it seems like putting people in jail is not really helping that much as it seems. And moreover, these people are tended to come back within a year or something for the same drug or whatever. So, okay, we put in so much money, but it seems like it's not really helping at all. So, what do we do? So, we kind of stop doing this. And what do we do? That means we saved a lot of money and we put them in a drug treatment programs. This seems like it has a better result. So we can expect better result than this if we invest this money into drug treatment programs. It's better. But remember, I don't know how much money government is actually willing to like use it. Like I'm pretty sure they saved up some money, and I don't know if they're gonna use like all the money to invest, or if they just gotta cut some money and use a little bit. So that part we need to be careful with it. But other than that, yeah, it's pretty good because we can kind of improve these kind of drug treatment programs. It's pretty good. And one of the things that I find it kind of funny, it's because when I was researching it in Japanese in Japan, it was a couple years ago. But anyway, at the time, I couldn't find any information about it. But in English, it seems like there's some kind of unconscious bias about judges when people are on court. So depending on the ethnicity, they either get a better result or or they go to jail more than they're supposed to be just because their ethnicity, or some people get away from it because of the ethnicity. So it's pretty hard to fix that system too. So what's the point of putting people in jail if it's not helping? That's why they stopped. That's why I call them decriminalization. It's about being realistic about it. And what else? Oh yeah. And also, it's not like it's not working anything. It's actually making it worse because of some people who get kind of like a bad sentence or whatever. What happened to them is that they go to jail. Nothing is helping that much. But what they do is they lose a lot of money. They lose a lot of like a fiance or boyfriend or girlfriend or partner or family or anything. And they lose trust. They cannot go back to their kind of typical job that they have. So we took their life I mean, it's their fault, but still. Still, okay? They go to jail, nothing is happening to them, it only get worse, they lost everything, and what do? So, yeah, this is like for them. And remember, these things, this money, it came from our money, tax and these kind of things. So we want to be careful about it, and we also want to be realistic about it, which means we want to support it because we obviously don't want governments to waste some money, right? So which is important. And oh wait, what did I wanted to say? I think it's pretty much. Yeah. Anyway, so it's gonna help us in a way that we no longer have to see a lot of as much kind of drug users in the city than right now, which is better now. You're basically spending a lot of money because of no choice. Governments are using the money, so they decide what they want to do. So and they're wasting the money, and you don't want to do that, right? So if they gotta use our money, we want them to succeed. We want to see some kind of progress in the city. So that is why there's a decriminalization. So we'll see about it. Just like read the news or whatever if you want, and yeah. But that's it, pretty much. So it's not bad as you think. It's actually trying to help if they put enough money in a right purpose. Yeah. So there you go. I literally had a 4.5 minute. Nah, it's too long. Yeah, I'll separate. I don't know if I should post. Whatever if you want, and yeah. But that's it, pretty much. So it's not bad as you think. It's actually trying to help if they put enough money in a right purpose. Yeah. So there you go. I literally had a 4.5 minute. Nah, it's too long. Yeah, I'll separate. I don't know if I should post. Whatever. But thank you so much.